What is going on? RuneScape.com is your boy Ojama Garrett's back with another episode of We're Doing 100 Tier Lists. Big old marathon. Took yesterday off, getting it back again today. I don't know how many I'll do today, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. But today we're going to be talking about the Alch market, the Alchables. The tier list we're doing today is going to be Alchables, and it's going to be from two perspectives. What's good for alching, what's good for flipping. You know what I'm saying? Before we hop into it, though, if you can give me the HBO special, help a brother out and like, comment, subscribe. Check out the links down below. That'd really be really cool, okay? I think that'd be really awesome. It'd be freaking sweet. That'd be amazing. If you guys could just do some of that stuff, that'd be awesome. Amazing. Cool beans. Brothers. Anyway, now let's hop into it. So, those two perspectives I was talking about. You have the alching market and then the flipping market where you're servicing alchers so they don't have to do the annoying monotonous work of selling or going and buying the alchs themselves and waiting for them and then doing them whatever, you know what I mean? So you're saving them a lot of time, so then you command like there's a profit margin there because you're saving people a lot of time. Most profit is made through saving people time. So that's what flipping is doing. So I just want to show you though, if you want to go hunt your own, hi Elk, or what is it? Alchmate. Yeah, alchmate.com here. It's a free tool. Come here for a calculator. It'll tell you all these items. So I just want to kind of explain it to people who have never done it before, trying to get into alching themselves a little bit, don't know about this. Sorry, I'll get to the list real quick. I just want to kind of do two quick tutorials here. How to utilize this market. So you have most recent here, which is going to give you like your sniper zone. Like, I want to find that, a skeletal tap. It's got a, I could probably get this right now, maybe for 20K or whatever. So it seems good. But you want to come over here to the trade volume. This is very important because the trade volume is going to tell you if it's worth getting or not, because this is only buying one. I don't know what the time reference is here, like what this represents, like how much in a time, maybe 1 day. I don't know that entirely. Maybe somebody else knows, but so you know what I mean. So you'll be able to find some of these. They look really good. 6,000 looks really good, but if only one is selling in a day, not very good. So how you fix that is you go to stable pricing, obviously. Or not obviously, sorry. But you come over here to stable pricing, and boom, you get yourself a lot of these items. As you can see, you're seeing a lot more items that people normally elk, like Rune Kite Shield, Rune Chain Body, Plate Legs, etc. Okay, so for the second part of the tutorial, the second part of their usage is you could sit here and buy these for your own elks, or you can use this as like a way for you to capitalize on the bulk market here. So if you come over here to a Discord called All Bulks, for people who don't know, there's an alchable here, and people just sell their elks here in bulk, and you can try to find buyers on this chat too, and then figure out what to go buy, etc., etc. So that's how you get there. You can sell other bulk items there too. If you just go All Bulks Discord, All Bulks right there, click here, you'll get the invite like blam. There you go. Now you're in the Discord. Now you're making money. So with that being said, let's hop back over to the tier list and start ranking stuff. So first item is the Adamant medium helm. And this is going to be C tier because it's kind of difficult to get, but I'm sure now that I say that out loud, it might be better to grab, but you never know. I don't think it's going to be as nearly good as the Adamant Plate Body. I'm going to throw that right up into S tier as well because I think it is just a very high demand item, high produced item, good margins on it. People are constantly looking for it. You can alch it and make profit pretty easily. Just purchasing it off the Grand Exchange or buying it in bulk using free-to-play accounts to then scale it out. It's just like one of the best items to get. Now with the Adamant Plate Legs, it's going to be a baseline B tier because it is a decent alch, but the supply kind of is lacking. Same with the Adamant Warhammer, which is why I'm going to drop it down into a C tier. A tier for the battle staffs because there is a massive demand or a massive supply of them, and the margins though are a little bit slimmer, it seems, than Adamant Plate Bodies. So just keep that in mind when you're going for them. You can flip them pretty okay. The black D-hide body is going to go up to the top because this one, it has a pretty big margin. And the other D-hides, if these are in the list, I did not grab them. So it will encompass all the dragon D-hides, like the chaps and stuff. I've been able to snipe them for like 1K lower than elk price a lot. So seemingly, it's pretty good. I think the D-hide bodies are very, very good. So the dragon two-headed sword is going to be kind of a niche pick. It's going to be it's not very high volume, but because of that, you should be able to maybe get better prices for it. So the blue D-hide body, I want to say also up here. The blue d'hide items are pretty damn good. The accessories aren't as good as the d'hide body, but for blue d'hide, green d'hide, and we did I put red d'hide in here? I don't think I did. Add that up there with it too. These are all pretty damn good S tier items. It kind of goes without saying, I think. It seems a little obvious. It's just, I guess, good to cover the bases though. But the best margins I've gotten have actually been green d'hide. I've been able to purchase them for like 4K each, though kind of slow, so that doesn't sound very scalable across a lot of accounts. But you know, if you're gonna be a little bit patient, or you know you want a few free-to-play accounts, just like sniping them, it's pretty damn good, I think. Even with like 41.75, I think would be a decent price for them. Blue d'hide, black d'hide, these are all very high in demand, high volume. Easy to get, easy to sell. Jewelry, I think, is kind of but you know, there's a lot of volume of it, so you can get a lot of it. So if you're just looking out for that XP and you want to guarantee XP rates, just a flow of items for some profit, then sometimes you can find some jewelry that does pretty good. Dragon dagger, did I not? Okay, yeah. So this is gonna be like most of the poisoned items are going to be like, they're going to have the PK volatility that goes along with them, so they're usually not very good when it comes to NES. What is it called? Stable margins, volume, all that other good stuff. So let's just skip to this one. But the Dragon Dagger, I flipped that pretty good. I've been able to get like actually like a 3... I'm going to keep it in B tier because it is a members item. I've been able to get like 300 to 400 GP margins on them pretty consistently. But it's just, for me, you know, the way I flip, I use a lot of accounts. I'm going to say this every single video. I don't care. I used hundreds of accounts, 700 accounts, 782 accounts to be exact, to flip items. So, like, a Dragon Dagger to me is not going to be as advantageous to somebody who has multiple members accounts, which I do. I have 3, and my girlfriend's got 1. So we have access to 4 accounts that can trade the members pool, but there's just better items for you to go after if you're going to focus on the members markets. In terms of the Alch markets, there's a lot of better items to use. And you know, we're talking about the entire Alch market. That does encompass a lot of it is free to play. So because inherently that free to play is more scalable than members, just, you know, dollar for dollar, second for second, labor for labor cost. You know what I'm saying? FTP free to play is going to outperform paid to play in this market, in most markets, just hands down, except for markets where they do not have access to. So like the Alch market, you know, hopefully that all kinds of makes sense. So the Dragon Medium Valve, I don't really like it too much. It's just a lot of these Dragon items are either hit or miss, and in my experience, it's been a miss with the Dragon helmet here. So Alching, the Dragon Plate Body, I think is probably horrible, because it's like 4 mil plus, whatever. So it's not good. Dragon Plate Legs though, A tier, pretty good. It's a higher item. A little bit more expensive than Alch, and it is, I've commonly seen it have a higher margin for Alching than other items, though the volume's a little bit slower. But if you're patient, you can get them, you know what I'm saying? Same with the skirt. So we got the battle staffs here, and the earth battle staff will go down into B. The fire battle staff. Well, okay. Well, hold on. So I'm gonna grab all the staffs here. I'm actually just gonna talk about them together, actually. So actually, in terms of volume, Air Battle Staff outcompetes everything else. But when I was flipping them in my little, when I was doing like my Road to Max Plat spam stuff, like when I was doing like videos that had really not much to do with the over-encompassing theme of my Road to Max Plat video, you might not have heard that, but whatever. I was doing like flipping videos every week. I was doing multiple flipping videos a week. I was doing like 5 flipping videos a week, but one of them was like primarily focused on like a certain set of items, and one of them was battle staffs. And personally, I was able to get the cheapest. I was able to get the cheapest amount of battle staffs with these 3, and these ones were more volume, so they were better for flipping, like, but they were not as good for alching. So I just want to like give a little bit of that context there, a little bit of nuance there. So the green d'hide legs, I actually have been able to make like 400 or 500 GP margins on them. So I just want to just say that, throw that out there. That's pretty good. So in terms of, I can't put this below A, the magic longbow, like, because there's so much volume, and like this is known for alching. Like the entire fletching economy Like the endpoint is alching these longbows away, and that supply chain is pretty much like set in stone. So for what it's supposed to do, which is like free XP essentially, it does its job. So you get, like, you'll never probably, I mean, you might be able to snipe magic longbows or whatever. I'm sure there's like a snipeable point of entry at every market, but like there's so much volume there that it's so consistent. It's like, but there's nothing crazy going on, but that's what makes it so good. You know what I mean? Like there's like wood cutting, fletching. I don't know. It's just always going to be what it is. Mithril chain bodies. Okay, this is where it starts to get hard, actually, because I've already put so much up here, but I guess I could just put more. I want to put mithril items up here, because I selected mithril items on purpose here. Did I not have plate legs? This should be plate legs too, but I want to talk about these now. So the mithril items, I have 20 accounts where I am flipping random free-to-play items to see just how they flip, just whatever, you know, just random items, and I just kind of like guess, and I think they're going to be butt, but they haven't been butt. Like most of the mithril items have been actually performing really well with good margins, and maybe alching may... I just close cycle it. Close cycle being defined as like buying and selling, flipping on the GE without going to a secondary market like all bulks or talking to players, you know what I'm saying? And they have like solid margins on all of these. But from the Alch perspective, they're probably not as good. So maybe that brings them all down to B. But these are good items to flip. I think that makes sense. I think that's some good rationale. So then mithril plate bodies is going to be an S tier. Very high volume. And it's going to be good for like the poorer players to jump into because it's a cheaper plate body. And steel plate body should have been on there too. And steel plate body I would put up in S tier. I don't know if maybe the reason isn't that obvious, but it is pretty obvious to me that like this is pretty much like the backbone of the Alch markets. Rune two-handed sword also is going to go up there. Rune arrows are not very good, though people do buy them to Alch. You can make a little bit of money off of them, but they're huge in demand, and you can Alch them to your heart's desire while you're running agility or whatever. So whatever. So then rune hatchets, I'm going to put down in B just because they do Alch very well. It's just like the buy limit is a lot lower on tools, and it's a little bit lower of a price than the other rune items. So there's like less GP per Alch with a lower buy price, so it kind of makes it a little bit harder to flip, but you know, whatever. The rune battle axe, probably going to be A tier because it is a rune. The rune alchables, let's just talk about them in a pack here. The big FT, the free-to-play ones. These are all going to be alchable. And they're all going to be super consistent. It's just they're not going to break through that S tier threshold. But they all kind of act the same. I've flipped all of these. And I've been able to get the same margins on pretty much all of them. And they're just a little bit worse than the rune two-handed sword, the rune plate body, rune plate legs, and plate skirts goes down here too. Square shield goes down here too. And then I'm going to put scimitar up there in the S tier because I don't know why. Because maybe people are training with it or whatever. But I was able to get this a lot cheaper than the other Alch items just because, I don't know. If I remember, don't quote me, I think it was like 700 or 800 GP margins without flipping to, so that's with tax at the time. So without flipping to bulks. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So Hasta, I'm not actually sure. I haven't really flipped this, so I'm just going to put it down in D just because with that preface. I haven't flipped it before, so I'm not 100% sure. Javelins are going to be kind of the same boat as rune arrows. Kite shield is going to be S tier. The rune mace is going to be A tier. The rune medium helm is going to be whatever tier. Sorry, A tier. And then also the rune pickaxe as well. Is that the rune spear? We'll put that there as well. Actually, I'll probably slide that down to B. And pickaxe as well down to B. Sorry. So that's kind of your rune lineup, and that's how they're kind of going to perform. So I don't have like hard data to back it up. It's just after flipping it for so long, so many experimentals. This is kind of how it's landed for me. Just like thousands of each item. So I'm saying like it's a decent sample size. The Alch market doesn't really change too much. You know what I mean? So it's just that's just my take there. And then we'll land on you longbow. It's going to be pretty much the exact same argument as the magic longbow. And then there you have it. We have the Alch tier list here, just in terms of effectiveness and for flipping terms of effectiveness for hunting to get your own elks. That's just kind of how the cookie's gonna crumble. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you made it this far, you should be a subscriber. Nobody listens to me yapping this long, and they they hate me. So just smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and say Skibbity Riz or something down in the chat if you're really cool. But yeah, if you made it this far, say whatever. Say I don't know. Say I don't know. There we go. Perfect. Peace out, Girl Scout. See you in the next video.